It is July 2025, and in the first half of this year, I've made over $50,000 selling Notion templates, systems, and consultancy, and I have less than 200 YouTube subscribers. I've also done this while having a full-time job as the marketing director of the world's leading esport and gaming company. The reason I've been able to do this is because of automation. Having spent 2 decades helping other people build their businesses, I now help creators, freelancers, and product owners build businesses that actually scale without the hard work. You don't need a team, you don't need huge outgoings. You just need the right tools, the right workflows, the right systems, and someone who's already done it to show you how to do it properly. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 automations that changed my life. But before we actually get into it, this first one is so easy to set up. It is 4 clicks, and it has saved me so much time and helped so much with my headspace. So let's get started with that one first. The first automation that you are going to go and grab right now, because it is completely free to set up, is Granola. And you can actually use this tool for 25 meetings for completely free. And after you've used it for 25 meetings, you will have fallen in love with it so much, you'll be willing to part with the £15 a month it costs to save you having an additional team member. Look at my calendar. This is just my day job, and I have built a business on the side of that. I go from meeting to meeting, from call to call. I do not have time to do the prep, to do the work before or after. I would simply get nothing done. Granola automates all of my note-taking for me. Not only does it transcribe my meetings, it then puts them into a handy note that I can then share after the meeting. It is so simple as downloading the application and then clicking into it as you start your meeting. It will sit on your desktop as your meeting runs, and as soon as your meeting is finished, you don't even need to press anything. It's completely automated. It will start writing out your meeting notes, and it is not an off transcription. What it is picking up the key points of your meeting, reframing them, expanding on them where needed, and then setting up your to-dos and next steps. It gives you various options to share them and also keeps a tally of every meeting that you've been in. This automation saves me not only hours a week, but it also means I am far more efficient. I normally run my meetings. If you are someone that runs a lot of meetings, you need this automation. Whilst you're in the meeting, it is impossible to take good notes. After the meeting, it is a waste of time to take good notes. And if you think that you're going to remember everything from that meeting, I'm sorry, but you're just a bit delusional. This automation is the easiest to set up, the best to get your business going. Download Granola now, have those 25 first free meetings, and you will be hooked. Now, the second one is a real automation, and it is one that you will set up with one of my favorite tools called Make. I have a link to Make in the description of this video because this is 2025's Zapier. Make is an incredible automation platform. It is so easy to use. You don't need to have any skills in automation. You don't need to have any skills in coding. You basically have to have just the ability to click through a pre-set up workflow, which I'm going to show you right now because I use Make to automate everything that comes into my inbox, to sort it out for me, and to automatically fill a to-do list with anything that is related to what I would actually need to action. So let me show you how to set that up for yourself. Now, Make is an excellent product. I use this and it is completely free, and you will never need anything more than the free version. What you're going to do is sign up with your email account and come over here to create new scenario. I have already built these for you, so I will walk you through how to do them. Once you click Create New Scenario, you will see a blank page like this. It is a big plus in the middle, and you have a lot of options in which to build your automations. This, you are going to start with your Gmail. You need to connect your Gmail. Now, a warning here, you do need a business Gmail account in order to build these connections. It doesn't actually accept personal Gmail at this point, but any business email will work, and you can get really cheap ones from Ionis. Once you have that connection, you will get some data into this folder field. By clicking this, this will bring up all of the folders that you have your email organized into. So you just want to click All Mail. We're actually going to go for Simple Filter because we are going to filter through our next step, and our criteria is all emails. Now, I hate having notifications, so I will click Mark Emails Messages as read, but this is up to you. For the maximum number of results, this is the number of results processed during a cycle. You will never need more than 100 unless your business is absolutely huge, so it's fine to just choose 100. We are then going to click Save. This will have configured it. All you need to do now is choose your starting point. I would say do it from now, but you might be setting something up at a later date. All you need to do is click one of these and click Save. Now, the next thing you will see is a big red plus here, much like we have next to Notion that says Add Another Module. Obviously, I've already set this up, so it was here, but we add another module and we go in to add that module, and we again choose through all of our options and pick Notion. Now, I have set this module up, so let's go in and have a look at that setup. You want to build your connection again. And this connection is for a free Notion account. I have used Notion for the last 5 years. It is absolutely excellent. So you are going to click to add your connection. It will prompt you to go through your Notion sign up to Gmail and add those permissions. This we're going to select from the list. And to find, all you do is search and type the beginning of your database name. Once we click OK, this will build up all the databases that we have that match those search terms. So I will choose the database it is linked to, and it will generate the ID for me. What we then want to do is map the information that we are taking from our Gmail into the Notion template. The subject is going to be the information coming into my database, and change it to the actual text content. All of the rows in my to-do list will have the text from the email. If you have additional entries, for example, if we change this search to a different database, you will find other entries come through. So you can go through and add these entries to match your Google Mail. Once you've done this, we simply click Save. Now, another step to make sure this is really useful is to add a filter between the action. So we've got it set up that our Gmail is filtering through to populate our Notion table, but I don't want every single email in there. So what I want to do is create a filter, and that is made by clicking on these 3 joins between the 2 modules. Click into here and label this as whatever you want to label. So mine is labeled as action because this is the action I'm taking in between. In this, you fill in some very simple conditions. If we clear all of these out, I'll show you how they're made. Our condition is going to be that the text content contains follow-up. So within the text of the email, if it says follow-up, is probably something I need to do. I will also create another rule, an or role, where again, the text content is equal to a word that I know is going to come up in something that I need to action, and that is project. And I can keep going through and adding in my text content and things that we are looking for in our emails. And most importantly, I can come into this every week and also see if my email address is a client I'm working with. So check and filter for any emails coming from any clients I'm working with so that anything from a client goes directly to my to-do list. Once you've set this up, you want to test this saying run once, and you can change how often you run this. You want to run this at regular enough intervals that it fills into your to-do list. So I set mine at the default of 15 minutes. Once you've done the test, make sure you can activate the scenario. But that is how I never check my email anymore. All I do is go in here, change my filters every week if I've got a new client, and all that work is done for me. Now, this next automation is one that has actually got me social growth. Descript is an incredible automated AI-powered video editor. When you upload footage into Descript, it transcribes your whole video for you. In this, you can edit and change anything that you want. But the automated bit that grows my social and saves me time, if you go across to this section, you can click Repurpose Clips. This will automate creation of shorts. It will reformat your content ready for you to put across social, literally with the click of a button. Now, this automation is perfect if you have a service, if you are a consultant, if you manage clients. I have set up an automation that takes anybody that submits their details into a lead magnet and not only sends them a follow-up email, but uses Make to pull them from that lead magnet into a CRM database that is already set up to manage them through their entire customer journey. Let me show you how. Now, another automation that I have set up in Make is that I take all of my leads that I generate through my lead magnets and convert them into a Notion table, which is already built out as a fully functioning client. I use Card to build my landing pages because they are either free for the year or $19 for their own URL. And from Card, you have a lead capture source that goes into a Google Sheets. The full journey from creating your branding to building your website to building your lead generation is on my site. But let me just show you how I take a sheet of Google Leads and populate them into a CRM system so I don't have to have a CRM manager. In Make, we are going to create another scenario. This scenario has a starting point of a Google Sheet. So we are going to click into Make New Scenario with the module of Google Sheets. This is where you configure your Google account to your mate. You want the search method to be search by path, the drive to be your drive, your email drive, and then your spreadsheet ID, the name of the spreadsheet within which you want to be collecting the leads from. The sheet name is the sheet that you are working with. I have never changed my sheet name. The table does contain headers, and I'm going to put in the rows that have the headers so they don't pick up the information from the header. Again, I need to put a limit. My limit is going to be 200 just in case I have a huge amount of leads come in one day. When I then click the next module to add a module, I have added Notion. And again, my connection is still there. I will need to enter a database from the list that we already have. And I can search for this by looking at what I know my title is and coming up with the databases that are mapped to that title. We are going to do some mapping again. So with this connection, we need to make sure that the spreadsheet fields are matching our database fields. These 3 nodes here are the database fields that I have for my lead CRM. So all I do is I go in and my Google Sheet information will be here. So I just need to match my name and my email and know that every time this automation runs to pull the information from Google Sheets, it will take it and match it into my lead system. Run it, check it's running, automate for every 15 minutes and make sure you've saved it. Now let me show you where that goes in order to cut the need to have a CRM manager. That automation is set up to populate this dashboard. Every time a new lead is added into my lead magnet, it creates a new line into this dashboard mapped to these properties. This means that I can simply come into this database and click the opportunity template. This will build up everything that I need to know about this client. The offers related, the contacts, the meetings I have scheduled, the deliverables within that offer. Everything is smart built so that this opportunity is also shown on revenue, on different contacts, on the meetings that I have to schedule. It's also part of the onboarding. It's also part of my deliverables. And it is also something that will highlight to me when I haven't contacted them lately enough. Again, this tool is set up automatically so that as soon as you have that information pulled from your Google spreadsheet, it is auto-populating so that I can keep on top of it just with 5 to 10 minutes a day. This database is part of the Service Business Launch Kit. It is an entire kit that builds your entire service business, your freelancing, your consultancy from scratch, using smart automations like this. So all you need to focus on is the delivery of your service. If you want that, grab it. It's in the description of this video. But this automation from landing page all the way to my client CRM instantly without me doing it has replaced the work of an entire person. And now this final automation that I set up, which honestly makes me money in my sleep, is my email series. If you are building a brand in 2025, you need to have your emails automated so that anybody that lands on your website, gives your email to a lead magnet, buys a product, goes into an automated flow that you do not have to touch, but takes them on a journey from that interest, that awareness, all through to purchase and repeat purchase. I've done a whole video on my email automations that you set them up once and they run automatically in the background, literally across multiple time zones while you sleep. And this has driven so much revenue for me. And I set them up at the beginning of the year and only change them every time I have an iteration on a product. Watch this video on the email automations that you need, because automating my email has not only saved me a ton of time, but it's also driven huge revenue. So these 5 automations took about 3 hours to set up in total. And they have not only saved me so much time that I'm able to do my full-time job, but they have driven over $50,000 of revenue in just the first half of the year. If you are a creator, if you're a freelancer, if you have your own product, if you want to build your own business in 2025, the way to do that is with smart systems, proper tools, AI, and automations. You also need a system behind that. But don't worry, I've built the entire system you will need wherever you are in your journey, from launching, from starting to building your own business and driving huge revenue. They are scalable as you grow. You do not need a lot of people. You do not need to spend a lot of money. You just need proper systems, proper automations, and this channel.